So today on Project Shop, we're going to be loading up my truck with some scrap to take down to Miami tomorrow. Now, we finished off the other day with a $1,296 bit of processed scrap that me and Oliver did. All of that will easily fit in the back of the truck. Now I have a lot more scrap here. I have something to do down in Miami that doesn't really require a trailer. Matter of fact, I just want to get down there, do what I have to do, and then come back. But while I'm down there, I want to sell some copper to get rid of it while it's still high, if it is still high. So what I want to do is see if we can get that 1290 up to 2,000 or more, and see how much we can actually get safely in the back of my truck. Now I got another one of these cages, and what I'm thinking about doing is either using the cage, or I think what I'm going to do is just throw the 2 drums of copper in the truck, like at the back, and then see how much scrap I can get up in there, and then just take the 2 copper drums that I have, because I got another issue here. I came here, it's actually Sunday. I came here, I started pulling all this stuff out. Then I realized I never went and got fuel today for my forklift. So it is literally on E. I don't know if I have enough fuel to get this stuff back in the building, whatever I don't get in the truck, which is kind of stressing me out because I want to leave super early, and if I run out of fuel and I got some stuff sitting outside, I'm either going to have to somehow get my pallet jack unstuck from over there, which I found out the other day that it stopped working. I don't know if the seal went bad from it sitting and me not using it, or it's just low on fluid. I don't know, but I've been 100% relying on the forklift lately, and now I'm like, okay, we definitely need to get the other forklift going. I definitely got to get a pallet jack in a good operating condition, because you never know if something happens. Plus, it's always good to have a pallet jack for when I can't get the forklift up with the heavy steel. What I'm going to do is, I have these are the 2 drums I'm definitely taking. And there's a lot of room. I can pack some stuff down in here, so that's good. And I can take a whole nother drum with me, because I think I can get 3 drums across the back, and then pack the inside of the truck. What I'd like to do is, I think I'm going to pull those lights off of the trailer. I still got them poles. I was supposed to meet the guy today, but we missed each other. I'm gonna go tomorrow. The guy, I think he's gonna have like a Bobcat there with forks, so he can offload it with that. And I'm supposed to get a Jeep body or a Jeep frame. And I have a bunch of scrap that's like, you know, non-ferrous stuff that's ready to go, like all this aluminum. I have some other aluminum around here. I got some brass, and then I got some heavy copper pipe. We definitely going to take this, because I'm pretty sure I paid like 200 something dollars. I got a big stack of heavy copper here. We want to get that stuff out of here. We want to get all the copper we can out of here. I got a couple transformers I could mess with, and we have some brass. I'd like to try to get some of the higher dollar stuff out of here. But I'm like in a predicament. 1, I don't have a lot of space. 2, my forklift is out of gas. So if anything, I need to at least get the copper picked up and put over there by the truck, and then I can start stacking everything up in the truck around it and figure that out. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to pull the copper, get the copper over here, and I'm going to bring in them lights, because those are 2 things I definitely want. I'm pretty sure I have close to $500 in aluminum between the extrusion and the heavy cast. So we definitely want to take that. That'll get us very close to a $2,000 goal. And then if I can find some more extrusions, I mean, we got just some sitting there on the table. We got those I can clean up. Pretty sure I have some. Oh, we have this wire too. There might be $100 sitting there. It don't take much to find some money laying around here. You just kind of find piles of money, and You just kind of dig through it. I'm pretty sure this whole bin has a bunch of extrusions in it that I need to process. I need to get it off the slip fitters. We can stuff a bunch of the extrusion in these boxes, put them on top of everything. I don't know, but I think what I'm going to do is move some stuff around. Well, I don't even want to fire the forklift up unless I absolutely have to. That sucks, because now it's like I could be saving so much time with the forklift, and now I'm going to be struggling. But I definitely need to get those drums on the truck. We got batteries we can take. I think I'm going to start with that. So we know as long as we load the number 2 copper, the bright and shiny, the number 2 insulated, and the cast, we've got almost 1,300. I'm not stripping any more of that wire. We're going to send that. I have some other wire, copper. Oh, we easily going to hit 1,200. As long as I process them lights, man, we're going to hit that real easy. So I can't just bring a pallet over there. I'm going to use this cart, and we're going to go old school just so I can make sure I save my gas. We're going to have to be very sparingly. What I need to do, I need to bite the bullet. I think when I tomorrow, I always see propane tanks for $100 online. I think I'm just going to go ahead and bite the bullet and go buy a second tank, because this sucks. All right, we got that all broken down. Now, this is the tools that are required to get me to this point right here. You got to start out with a T30 star, and then I think I went to this one, which is a 11 or probably a 7/16 will be the equivalent, because over here I'm running an 11/16 for the bigger thing, and then 3 other sockets to get as far as I did. And then it took a T25 and a cutter, and then finally a hammer to smash the glass. So what we have is, I'm gonna call that cast aluminum. I've been selling these as cast aluminum, no problem. Now, I did take this end off just to kind of separate it, and it'll stack better. That really wasn't necessary, but I had a huge bolt, and I kind of make it look a little nicer without the bolt. But that's all stainless hardware right there, extrusion and sheet. So we're gonna take this over to the scale. See what we got here, because I've done a bunch of these, but I've never really weighed them individually. I know they weigh about 78 pounds. Well, 77 and a half. I weighed them with my manual scale, which is over there, and it was 78. So it was within a half a pound. It could be just this fixture, I don't know. But these things are not light, man. There it is, 78. It's teetering. So I'm gonna go find a pen. I paid 15 cents a pound for these. So we're gonna see exactly how much each one of these is worth as is, or completely broke down. Okay, so we're just gonna call that, we're gonna lowball it at 77 pounds. So I paid $11.55 for each one of those, okay? Now, let's see what they're actually worth broken down. Now, I will say, once I found all the tools, you could break that down easily in less than 2 minutes. A minute if you're really good. If you're just zipping with the guns real fast, the hardest part is probably going to be pulling the metal sheet aluminum off the extrusion. So we have the sheet aluminum. 4.5, oh, 5, we'll just call it 4.5. We'll run, if these are all in the between, we'll just run it all on the low end. That's gonna be some nice money there. 14 and a half on the extrusions. I doubt this is even going to register. Half a pound of stainless. And this monster here, this is all, I sell this as cast. 57.5 pounds. Now we did lose a little bit of weight in glass. I don't know. Just that right there at 60 something cents a pound is going to be bringing us way more than the 11. So let me add this up real quick, and then we'll figure out if it was worth processing or not. All right, man, these numbers are looking good. So at 77 pounds, I paid 15 cents a pound for these. So I would have paid $11.55. Then we got 4.5 pounds of sheet aluminum at 65. Now these numbers here are what I got last time I went to the scrap yard. 0.65 cents, $2.92. We had 14.5 pounds of extrusions at $1.05 a pound, $15.22. Stainless steel, half a pound, I'm guessing 35 cents. It might be a little more, it might be less, but I think that's pretty much where it was at, 17 cents. Cast aluminum, 57.5 at 63, 36.22 for a total of 54.53. If we deduct the 11.55 that I paid for it, there's 42.98 in profit. Now that I have the method down, I'm going to run through these. I'm going to time lapse the rest of it, but I'll keep track of the time. Literally probably 2 minutes a piece is what it's going to take. So basically, every 2 minutes you can make about 40 bucks in profit processing these LED lights. And in total, since I have 9 of them, the overall what they're going to be worth when I'm done is $490.77. Now let's see. So I paid $103.95 for these lights. So basically we have a profit of $386.82. Let's see how fast we can actually do that. Now obviously it's taking longer because I don't have my forklift to get it off the trailer. And at this point I'm probably offloading it and weighing it and doing all this. I'm probably 30 minutes into it. So let's see what we can get done. Okay, 37:20 or 37 minutes. Now, I did stop and I got something to drink, and then I couldn't get my GoPro to start, so it was probably more like 30 minutes. I've been messing around here. I totally forgot I was timing that. So I pretty much just busted all the glass to keep it kind of contained over here, and then I'll run a mag through this, and then I'll sweep up the rest and recover that stainless. But this is pretty much ready to go now. I had probably an hour to go get this, and then it's gonna take me another hour to sell it, but I am selling this with a bunch of other stuff, and I did pick this up with some other things. So let's just call it 2 hours for picking up and dropping off, and then an hour because it took me about 30 minutes to bring it in, break down that first one. I wasted a bunch of time weighing it. That's something that's not really, you know, making you money, but it's for video stuff. So we got 3 hours involved. I think there was, so $42.98 is the profit off of each one times 9. $386 divided by 3. So we made $128 basically. And I just recovered almost 500 bucks processing those. So those LED lights are well worth it. They're actually probably worth more than the those square lights like I have, especially now that them things are pretty much aluminum transformers. So I think with that, let's see, we got 490. So with the 1296 that we had and the 490, we're at 1786. We only need like 220 bucks to make 2,000. Now I'm gonna weigh that wire real quick, that insulated wire. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be around 100 bucks. I think I'm getting 285 or 290 for that. So I'm gonna get this stuff loaded on the truck, and then I'm gonna set up the jaw. We're gonna condense down this copper. We'll get that and some brass that I have sitting on the table, some high dollar stuff. And then we should be around the $22,000 mark just with that stuff. And then I'm just gonna mill around through this other stuff and see what I can get on the truck, man. Now I do have a bunch of batteries. I forget, it might be like 400 pounds of batteries. I have tons of aluminum. Some of it has to be processed. I'm not really going to be into processing too much aluminum tonight, unless it's extrusions. If we can get some extrusions out of here, I'm all for it. But I'm gonna load up the truck real quick, and we're gonna get a kind of a idea of where we're at and what more we need to do. All right, it's getting late, and I'm gonna just do a couple more things here. I have a bunch of this, these are brass lights. Now some of them are aluminum, some of them the whole pole is brass, the top dome is brass, and then I have this copper pipe. These things are brass. These weigh like 3 pounds a piece. We got a bunch of them. And then I have these copper pipes here that I'm gonna cut up and condense down. Now, I had like a $2,000 goal, and I think I'm well into that, because I did say we have 53 pounds of #1 insulated. So that's gonna be at $285 a pound. You know, we're talking about, you know, 150 bucks almost, 140 bucks. And then I stuffed the truck. Okay, I had a bunch of aluminum fixtures. These were some aluminum LEDs, lay-ins, kind of like the old fluorescents. We got them stuff. We got cast stuff in there. I got batteries, small batteries, ballast. I'm gonna load these things up, and then I'll probably mill around here and find some more aluminum that's like ready to go. I might get into here. This got a lot of extrusions, but I'm really limited on my damn forklift, so I gotta be careful what I do. I definitely gotta get that stuff out of the street, whatever's left. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and process some of this brass real quick. All right. That's easy enough. These are aluminum.
If I make it back home, I'm just stuck here in a dream. At the bottom of the ocean,
All right, now some of them pieces might have went flying, but we got a nice little chunk of #1 copper, a full bucket of brass, and just a little bit of #2. Let's get this stuff up on a scale, see what we got, and then that's gonna be it for me. I am done. I'm gonna strap this trailer or the truck down, and let's see here. I don't even know what that bucket weighs. Let's just call it a pound. Let's say 5 pounds, #2. #1 copper, 1.5 pounds for the bucket, so, or is it 2.5 pounds? Well, let's just call it 2 pounds. So we're gonna say 24 pounds. And then 49 pounds of clean brass. I'm gonna take 2 pounds off for the bucket, 47 pounds. Now, I'm not sure, I think that is $3.90, $3.95. That's gonna be over $2, but I'm just gonna say $2 a pound. So I'm gonna load the truck, get it strapped down, probably put a net on it so nothing flies. And then we'll come back and add this up and see if we made our $2,000 goal. All right, well, the mini forklift survived long enough to get everything back in the building. We got everything sorted out here, and we got this truck loaded down. Now, I put a lot of straps, and then I netted. I didn't even need the net, but because I made sure the strap touched everything on top, and it's squeezed in there pretty good. But I figure if the prices are close to what they were last week, I haven't gotten a price yet. We should be around $2,325. Now, I'm gonna say plus or minus 50 for variables. So as long as we're around 2,300, I'm good. So I'm wrapping this up tonight. We'll be back at it tomorrow morning, and we'll see you in Miami. I'll tell you where we're going, right to the scrap yard. Dancing. You ever seen your copper dance before? Jerk to open them up, and then I'm folding it in because the way it's welded here. If you try to peel it back this way, the weld's going to hold and be tough. If you fold it in on the weld, it just kind of rolls it off. that silicone off.